So Arsenal 4, Wigan Rugby Club. Oh, sorry, Wigan Football Club 0. Maybe stick to rugby, guys, because that was embarrassing from them. However, it was outstanding from us. Make sure you sub to Jezza Arsenal. Well, it's not Arsenal history more. It's Jez's Arsenal. It'll be linked in the title. And Jez, the quality of goals today was superb. How are you, first and foremost? And what did you make of the game, mate? Because we played some great football in that first half, and it's about bloody time as well, isn't it, mate?
Oh, I'm fine, mate. I'm fine. Yeah, it's all good now. Drama, but the wife is good now. She's all fine. It was horrendous at the time, but we move on. And yeah, it was today, that first 25, 30 minutes, that was like a V12 engine purring perfectly. It was beautiful to watch. Those goals were sublime. The play was brilliant. It reminded me of the good old days of Arsenal under a certain team. And then we started to misfire because we suddenly turned off. Why did we do that? I don't know. Was that an instruction from the manager? I'm not saying it was, but it was like we were 4-0 up. We could have. I actually predicted 4-0, by the way.
Go on, Jez.
But that was an opportunity right there, right now, where Arsenal could have gone on, right, against a very, very poor Wigan, who are, let's be honest, Div 1, League 1, whatever you want to call it, looking at relegation, could be going to League 2, and we could have absolutely destroyed them. I was thinking 4-0 up in 26 minutes. I'm thinking, oh, hello, this could go 8, this could go 9,
yeah,
10. It didn't happen because we.
Do you think that's because we got Wolves on Wednesday? Like we just slowed it down a little bit.
No, I don't think so, Lee. I don't think so. I think it's purely and simply Arteta. If you notice what happened, right? It was free flowing, it was beautiful football, and it does prove with how that team was set up. Saka in midfield, where he should be, by the way. Eze, right, playing beautiful football. The whole thing was flowing. Absolutely loved every minute of it. Wigan, I know it's Wigan. I know that. But it was a time for this team to show and express their belief and what they can do, and we switched off. Now, I don't know why that happened, because it was almost somebody like turned out the light. Yeah, there you go. He's called for. That's it. That's enough. Second half, absolutely nothing. Nothing. Yes, Martinelli had that great header, which the keeper made a great save. But apart from that, there was nothing. And a lot of people say, oh, why did he substitute Stepford for Thingy Bob, for the goalkeeper? It was basically just give him some minutes. That's what it was. The game was dead. It was gone. It's out the windows. Wigan have gone home, basically. And that's a club in free fall. They're in deep shit. What a mess they're in. But what we should have done, Lee, we should have gone on like a big club should do and go and pop them to the sword and put 6, 7, 8. I have never seen Arsenal score more than 8 in a game. I wanted to see 9, 10. Like we've seen Liverpool, Manchester United, Manchester City doing games. If you've got a team like that, I know it's not nice. Embarrass them. Take them to the sword and show what Arsenal can do. But we didn't. And I question why. What was the reason? Why did we shut it down? Why did we switch it off? We had it all there today. 26 minutes, we put them to the sword. And we could have gone on, right, for the rest of that first half and put another 2 goals in easily. 6-0. I can't remember ever seeing Arsenal 6-0 up at half time, ever in my life. Never seen it. I've seen us 4. And I remember seeing us draw 4-0 against Newcastle.
Newcastle, yeah.
And it ended up bloody 4-4. That was a shit show. I don't get it, man. When you're 4-0 up and you've got them by the throat, kill them. Kill them. I know. Oh, God. But anyway, I'm happy. We're through to the 5th round. First time since we won the FA Cup in 1920.
It seems that long ago, Jess.
2019-20. So let's move on. Let's do the damage. Let's.
But do you think he's took these cups serious? Like, I hear what you're saying about the second half. The second half was shit. Yeah, let's just be real with it. It was crap. Yeah, but like, I'm not too disappointed. I wanted an early night. That's why I'm not doing the live stream after this. Yeah, because I've had too many late nights. Yeah, and I don't want to be sitting here ranting and raving, going, oh, well, but this went wrong and that went wrong. I actually thought we were quality, but we're supposed to be quality. They're shit. Yeah, we're better than them in every aspect. Yeah, that's not to put them in the mud. Yeah, I'm joking when I say stick to fucking rugby and all that. Yeah, but at the same time, we're supposed to batter Wigan, and we battered them. Then after that, we can just walk around the pitch, just see the game out. It's like when it goes 4-0, obviously as fans, we want to see 7, 8, 9. Yeah, but for them players, Calafiori went down injured in the warm-up. Ben White went off injured. Yeah, Kepa was down injured for a little bit. Maybe that's why he took him off and brought Setford on. I'm not so sure, but we don't know. And then I'm like, our striker comes on, then they stop passing the ball forward, apart from the one he hit the post. Yeah, Jesus, I thought, played well today. Martinelli, I thought, was good. Trossard comes on, slowed everything down. Our captain weren't in the squad. Yeah, the young lad Salmon came on. Yeah, and the goalkeeper. So I'm like, okay, cool. That game was, I knew we'd batter them. And I knew it'd be comfortable because we're supposed to, Jez. And 9 times out of 10, we will beat a team we're supposed to beat. Yeah, the one time that we don't, it ended up costing us the league when we lost to Aston Villa and we were taking it down to the last day of the season. Then when we go to the Etihad the year before and they bang us 4-1 with Rob Holden at centre-half, they use that as an excuse. I think this manager this season knows his job's on the line. And that's why he's taking these cups seriously. That's why he's let us play with a bit more freedom in the cups. Yeah, Champions League, we play with freedom. Yeah, whether we win it or not, I'm not so sure. Yeah, League Cup is let us play with freedom. Yeah, look at the way we were attacking Chelsea at the bridge when we're 3-1 up. We were still going attack. Today, attack. Battered them, job done. Because I think he knows in his head that it's going to be a massive uphill task to win this title, even though we're clear. So he needs to try and nick a trophy somewhere. Yeah. And that's why he's took him seriously this year, because for 6 years he ain't. Since he won it, he ain't bothered. Yeah. And the fact that you said that's the first time we got to this round since he's won it is a fucking embarrassment. Yeah. It's an embarrassment. We're in a League Cup final. Fantastic. Now go and win it.
But did you
and I think if we do win it, that'll kick us on.
He said in his press thing, we know what this competition means to the club. Therefore, don't quote me on the exact words here, that we have to go forward. His words, their words to that effect. Now, let's take that in context, because at the end of the day, his first trophy was to win the FA Cup, the COVID Cup, as I call it, right? Now he's under pressure, right? Before that, we ain't got out the 3rd or 4th round, and now we're into the 5th round. Brilliant. I love it. You know how much I love this FA Cup. I love it. Right? And I'm happy and I'm fantastic. But have I got faith that he'll go forward? Well, he needs to, because he's a man who's desperate and he knows he's got to win something big this season. Is the League Cup enough for me? No, it's not. Sorry, Lee, I disagree. I know you disagree with me on this one, but it's got to be something big. The FA Cup is the biggest trophy in domestic football worldwide.
I agree.
Fact, right? For me, he has to win that, and he has to win Prem or Champions League. And if he does that, I've said it, I'll quote me on it. If he wins that Champions League or the Premier League and the FA Cup, let me categorise that. If he wins the Champions League on its own, give him a statue.
Yeah, I'll say the same.
If he wins the FA Cup and the Premier League, does the double, give him a statue. Because at the end of the day, we need that. But I know it's going to piss people off. The League Cup, I'd love us to win the League Cup. I'd love it.
Fucking win that League Cup, mate.
We ain't done it for
33 years, Jez. I was 11.
Hell. Fucking hell. But no disrespect, it's not enough.
He said in his post-match, he was asked about Odegaard's fitness. He said, we have to wait and see. Obviously, he picked up that knock on the action where we conceded a goal against Brentford and he wasn't fit for today. Cool. The next question should have been then, why the fuck did he finish the game? Well, because if he picks up a knock on that Brentford goal the other night when he kicked the guy in his midriff, and he was laying on the floor for ages, he's either lying, and he's had a fallout with him, and told him you can fucking sit down at home, mate, or he should have been subbed off because you know from your medical staff that you've recruited, that's on him, that he's injured. So why are you letting him play the rest of the game then when we've got other subs we can use? And this is the problem I have with this manager. Calafiori got injured in the warm-up. Okay, cool, that can happen. But when it's happened to Saliba, Saka, Calafiori, it's happened to Ben White before, it's happened with Ethan on a warm down. This is not... And then 29 gets injured in training. And it's like, he tells it, Marino, another one. He's out for 3, 4, 5 months. It's like, he tells us we don't train. We don't have time to train. How do we get all these injuries then? How? Exactly. It makes no sense to me. And this is how he needs to manage his squad now. He's waxing lyrical about Bukayo Saka playing a more advanced role centrally. Cool. So why is it taking you 6 years to fucking do it then? Because we all know he ain't a winger. He ain't a winger. Why is it taking you so long to play Norgard? When you do, you only play him in the cups. Because if Declan gets injured, then thankfully he got a fucking rest today. Norgard was progressing the ball through the centre of the pitch. Whereas Zubamendi goes sideways out to the wings. Rice goes sideways out to the wings. Okay, cool. Everyone can say it's only Wigan. Well, Man City only beat Salford 2-0 and they had a better team playing for their first 11 than we had today. So you can only beat who's in front of you. Chelsea beat Hull City 4-0. You can only beat who's in front of you. And for me, it's just jarring. Like, I don't care if people, it's only Wigan. That's cool. We're in the next round, mate. Nobody cares. But at the same time, why is he only using some of these players for cup games and not embedding them? Norgard's played like about 40 minutes, I think, in the Premier League this season. If Zubamendi gets injured, then he's going to throw Norgard in. Now, the Premier League is different to playing Wigan. We get that. But then is he going to be able to handle it for 10 games straight? We don't know because we ain't seen it. He's played 40 minutes just. He was outstanding today. Norgard was brilliant. And I think he's actually been very good in the games that he's played in the Cups, in the Champions League as well. But this is where he needs to manage his squad properly. And this is why I have the ump with him at times, because he don't manage it properly. He should have kept Madueke on the pitch today. But then he didn't. Maybe he wants him for Wednesday. Because Saka's not 100% maybe. I don't know. He knows better than us. But at the same time, the way he's tinkered and uses players and then outs players, and then when shit hits the fan, he brings players back in. It's like you can't go from 0 to 100 like that, because you'll get Calafiori get injured. You'll get Ben White injured. He rushes players back too quick. He said about Marino, I'll land on this. He said about Marino, when he was asked in the Brentford pre-match, he said he could be out for 3, 4, 5 months. Nobody's asked what that injury is. He broke a bone in his foot. He said it's a very rare injury. 4, 5, 6 press conferences have happened since then, like for post-match as well. Not one journalist, I say journalist loosely, has asked him what the very rare injury is and how he did it. Not one. Not one person's asked what Martin Odegaard's injury is. Yeah, he's a finesser. And that is why when he brought that goalkeeper on tonight, we've seen this with fucking Ethan. We've seen this, with Charlie Patino. So for me, well done to the lad that came on. Well done to the young boy Salmon, a right back as well. Good luck to you playing at Arsenal, 19, 20 years old. Unbelievable. Yeah, well done to you, yeah? But at the same time, don't think this guy is going to fucking look after you, mate, because he binned Smith Rowe. Yeah, and it's just jarring, Jez, the way everything's premeditated with this guy. That was already premeditated. That if we were banging them, he's bringing that goalkeeper on.
Of course it was.
We don't need to bring the goalkeeper on. But now it's, I brought another youth player through. And I think that him and Per Mertesacker have had a little bit of that's why Per's leaving.
The guy's a bullshitter. At the end of the day, he's a complete fake bullshitter, right? He's done it so many times. And anybody who wants to defend this, which there will be, we know who they will be. We don't have to name them, but we know what they will be, right? It's just fake news. I'm sorry. This guy has done it. How long has he done this now for, Lee? 6 years?
Yeah.
6 years? And one of the players he did it with, he's fucked off to Marseille.
Yeah.
When questioned about that, right, he laughed and said, well, the guy that questioned him on it said, would you have, what did he say? If you knew that Havertz and so had got injured, would you have done it? Well, what, you a fucking mind reader? Come on. At the end of the day, he binned the guy off to Marseille, and then he's trying to defend it by saying, well, the guy needs more time, he needs more minutes, he needs gameplay. Well, you could have done that, Arteta.
Yeah, when we had all our midfielders out injured, but it's what it is, man. Listen, we'll go through this in depth if you're around tomorrow, Jez, for the pod. Shout your channel out as well. Appreciate you, man. And no emergency meeting tonight. I'm going to eat my chicken soup and my chili con carne, and I'm having an early night because I need to be up early tomorrow. So appreciate you, man. Shout your channel out, bro.
Yeah, just as Arsenal, I'm back. I've been out for a week, 10 days, whatever it is. Unavoidable, but I'm back now. Tomorrow night, it'll be back with Lee, Kenny, DJB. And then Tuesday night, we're back to the old school show. Then I'm going to come up with a new show called The Legends Show, which will be talking about some of the great Arsenal legends that have played for this football club over the years. It's looking forward to it. It's glad to be back. And Lee, as always, absolute real one. And everybody who watches these channels, big up. We are the real ones. Don't fall for the bullshitters that are out there. They talk absolute crap. They are not Arsenal. They don't know what they're talking about. And people like, we know, a certain Canadian gentleman quotes Jules Graham when he never actually watched him play, doesn't even know who he is. Ask him the question, people, what club did Arsenal buy him from and for how much? He won't have a Scooby-Doo. I'll leave it there.
And on that bombshell, we're out. Sub to Jezza. Check out Kenny's fan cam, my fan cam. And I'm going to eat my food. We're out. I'll be back again tomorrow for the podcast. And then I'll be doing commentary Middlesbrough, top of the table clash, and Girona Barca. I'm watching Betis. Abde, my baller. Yeah, they're 2-0 up against Mallorca, but Abde scored again. Who knew? We're out. Laters.
Take care.